Today we're going to do your Sunday, February 16th, 2025, week ahead in love reading. If that resonates with you, I feel like perhaps you've definitely been upholding boundaries, but I feel like you're not in the best emotional state at this time. Okay, let's see what wants to come out. Okay. Alright, my friends, bottom of the deck we have the Emperor in the reverse. So, my friends, in the week ahead, I'm getting an incompatibility of energies, but we'll see as we dig in here. Right off the bat, what I noticed before I looked at the bottom of the deck, but we have the Four of Swords that came out as the main energy in the reading. And the Four of Wands is a very celebratory card, very joyous, and it can speak to things such as big celebrations such as engagements and weddings. But it's crossed by the Three of Wands in the reverse. And so the Three of Wands, it definitely speaks to, long-term planning, right? Foresight and vision. So I feel that what I feel is that your energy, like you're, I'm just going to say how I feel. It's like that you want to get married. And mind you, they're both wand cards, but one's upright and one's in the reverse. So it's, again, that incompatibility, which when I said incompatibility earlier, I wasn't really even noticing they were both wand cards. But it's like I'm seeing it now as I'm talking. But it's, just you can see the incompatibility here. But it's as if like, you want to get married, or you know what you want for yourself essentially, and perhaps now you're being met with like resistance from this person, or maybe that's yourself, maybe that's your subconscious even being like, I don't know if this is the person for me. You're simply you're facing an obstacle in love right now, at least in the week ahead. But I feel like, again, either you or this person right now is just feeling overwhelmed about essentially the momentum or the growth, or looking ahead with this connection in particular. But then so we spoke on that, but then so we then get the Emperor at the bottom of the deck in the reverse. And so again, I as simply as I can say it, but I feel like this person is not your person. And I feel that you may know that in kind of in the, again, in your subconscious. Yeah, just I feel like, there's a bit of a power struggle right now. Again, with like perhaps concerning marriage or even just the direction that the connection is headed. Or this could just speak to feeling like this is a really overbearing partner as well. But nonetheless, it's like there's a lack of self-control or the inability to handle situations on a personal level. And that may be, coming from, it's just you feel like this energy is like leading to chaos and disorder in a way. So let's take a look though. Your lesson is coming in as death in the reverse. So, the death both in the upright and reverse speaks to major transformation and change. In the reverse, however, it's a very big indicator that you have been resistant to change. And again, this is coming in as a major arcana, so very important essentially messages here in this card for you. The only major arcana in the main spread, and then again of which we have the Emperor in the reverse that came in at the bottom of the deck. But again, I just feel like that's just point blank being like, that's not, it's just, this is not your person, this is not your Emperor, this is not your Empress, right? Whichever side of the coin you're on there. But yeah, guys, I feel like you feel like there's something that needs to change, but you may have been trying to avoid it. The death in the reverse can speak to a fear of change. This could speak to repeating negative patterns. And, we talked about resisting change. So in love, this speaks to resisting change in relationship. And again, it speaks to failure to change negative emotional patterns. So this is a lesson for you guys. While it's natural to feel afraid, you should trust that you're taking the right steps and move forward, guys. Life will move on. Okay, so fighting the passing time will only leave you with regrets. And I can definitely see those regrets kind of popping up here, but we'll dig in here. Let's keep moving on here. Now, their lesson as well, guys, is kind of similar to yours, but they're coming in as the Six of Swords in the reverse. Kind of similar energy, guys. I'm definitely getting that repeating negative patterns. It's like you guys are unable to let go. But, the Six of Swords reverse, this is their lesson. They're stuck in the past. They may be returning to trouble. They may be running away from problems. And they feel trapped. This can indicate that they may feel stuck in a situation or a circumstance at this time. But they have also been procrastinating on making a change out of fear of the discomfort and the unknown. Reversed in love, can't move on, can't let go. They may be haunted by something. So, this card does remind us that discomfort is sometimes a necessary stepping stone toward a happier future. And positive developments will be sure to show up along, one's path, but they must take the leap and embrace their inner strength. But there is no inner strength here with the Emperor, right? That's why I was saying it's like this. I hate to say it so bluntly, but I feel like it's so blunt. That's what I just felt like the energy was so blunt. I was like, this is not your person. This is like, that's all this card has to say to me, right? So let's look at the area for growth. We have the Page of Swords in the upright. I mean, I feel like, the swords, I can take swords either usually as like a message or pain, but I feel like here with the Page of Swords, it's like it's time to defend yourself. I'm getting the energy that it's time to stand true to yourself, to your word, to your truth. That's definitely an area for growth here, and really on both sides, guys. Like to really just be open and communicative with each other. To like, it's like to bear one soul is really kind of what I'm getting here. Yes, the Page of Swords represents communication. But upright in love, this speaks to a lack of emotional intimacy. And your last card is your libido card, right? Your intimacy card. And so there's definitely a lack of emotional intimacy. I do feel that with the physical intimacy as well, though. That's what I was trying to connect there. So there's lack in the connection. It may behoove you to contact a professional consultant for help in order to make a decision, right? So, and definitely, that could be something such as like therapy, or more professional, like a professional, like someone who deals in like breath work, or things of that nature. Even, you could reach out for a more in-depth tarot reading, and that link is always in my description box. So however that feels, however that looks to you guys, you're being called that maybe getting a different perspective, right, from whatever professional you so choose, could be helpful here for you, and that I can certainly say that helped me a lot. Like here, I was on YouTube, but just listening to the professionals out there, listening to those who've gone through it, listening to the experts, and just seeing what resonated with me. And it was very healing, and it like shifted. All I had to do is hear it. All I had to do was actually, I got on a call with Bern Mendez. He has a channel on YouTube. I believe he's on other socials, but anyway, barely a 5-minute call. The little amount that I heard him say in that phone call, just all I had to do was hear it and just be like, he's absolutely right. And I know this already. I just had to hear it. I had to hear it, and I had, and I just had to feel the energies of it all. So, yeah, and if this applies to you, just carefully weigh the pros and cons before signing a contract. So if you have contracts coming up that you may be signing, just review them. All right, so lastly, we're going to end with the Five of Cups in the reverse. So this is coming in as the libido card. And this is about essentially acceptance and moving on, finding peace and contentment. There is already light at the end of the tunnel, and you are already on your way to recovery from past wounds and losses. Reversed in love, moving on from past relationship and healing from old wounds. The Five of Cups tells you that while you cannot change the past, you will soon gain a deeper understanding of what happened. And very beautiful message here to end. It's important to practice self-forgiveness, okay? So I feel that that's really coming in for the area of, again, the libido card. So be easy on yourself, especially if you get into the mindset of, feeling bad about sharing your body with this person or whatever. Just don't let, all these things are experiences. These things have already happened, so there's nothing you can do now, right? Just practice self-forgiveness, heal, call the energy back into yourself. I've come to find that to be a very prominent message that I've been hearing, along with meditating. So meditating, first and foremost, like if you can do that, you're you can do everything else. But meditate, call your energy back to you from all places, people, places, timelines, known and unknown, that type of thing. Perform cord cutting, energy ceremonies. All of this can be done in the mind, guys. You don't need any kind of special, ritual type setups or like props, or not props, but items. Like you don't need any physical items. It can all just be done in the mind. But it helps people as well, just like journaling. It's so, if it does help you to like buy an actual rope and like, or cord, and do something, and see it and speak it and do it all, I also highly encourage that too. But just know that it can, always just be done. Everything can be done through meditation and in the mind. So yeah, I wish you guys well. I was like, what did we just end on? Okay, yeah, the weekend. Let's pull an advice card for you. The Ace of Pentacles, guys. So, I mean, this is your advice, but I feel like this came out as like your, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost like your birthright, like, or like this, or not even, let me try and think of really what I'm trying to say. Like, this is yours, okay? If you just can practice self-forgiveness and love, just, meditate, put yourself first all that time. Like, the Ace of Pentacles is yours to have, you know what I mean? So, yeah, so I just feel like you're kind of, like, Source is kind of being like, we've got your back, So, so stay strong, guys, and do what feels right to you, and what, put yourself first always. And I wish you guys all the best, and I'll see you in the next video.